Good evening. Welcome to, good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show totally dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're back at our series. This is April the 29th. Is it 29th? Yeah, it is, really. April 29th, day 29. Dynamic Duel number 29. And we're going to be talking about this, guys, today. This is Paranoid from Black Sabbath, along with Master of Reality, another fantastic album, and Volume 4, which deserves a lot of attention as well. There you go. I'm hiding behind my Sabbath wall of voodoo. So today we're here to talk about two legendary musicians, both fairly well known by heavy metal people. Most rock musicians or people that have been around or listen to rock at all can't help but know about these two. And we're talking about the great Ozzy Ozbourne and the legendary guitar player Tony Iommi of Black Sabbath. So we're going to talk about Ozzy first because he's that great frontman, you know. Now, Ozzy's voice isn't the greatest voice in the world, but for Sabbath, and especially that early stuff, I don't think anybody could sing it better. Yes, I've argued with people that I like Dio more, and I do, but for these albums here, Ozzy set the tone. He was the beloved member of Sabbath for the fans of Black Sabbath. He's got a very distinct sounding voice, which really fits this band to a T. He also is kind of crazy, which also fits this band to a T. Although his crazy part wasn't as obvious until he went on his own, but here he has that really distinct vocal style, especially on some of the albums, or some of the later albums that I don't have here. That Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, may be one of the best vocal performances by him ever. Now, there's arguments about who wrote the lyrics. Ozzy, Geezer, who knows? I would have to say it's probably Geezer because I can't imagine Ozzy in the state of mind he was writing anything, really. Ozzy's biggest downfall for me has been his wife, who's just, to me, she doesn't belong even near rock music. She's a travesty and creates problems for him, and the things she said about other bands, which I won't get into, is not deserving. But we can't take it away from Ozzy. Even at 70 years old, the guy still loves to rock and roll. The drugs have caught up with him and a lot of problems have caught up with him, but he can still really do it from this stuff. This stuff is some of the best rock music ever produced. And I think he's one of the great frontmen with that loud kind of Ozzy sounding voice, you know that generals gathered in their masses. Yeah, he just this is the one guy in Britain that you can only understand him when he sings. But I love Ozzy. I think he's fantastic. The other guy, of course, we've already talked about this week. We're talking about Tony Iommi. We talked about him with Dio. He had a longer run here with Ozzy, and that's the main reason why he is here in a couple of spots towards the end, because some of the greatest riffs in Sabbath's history come from off of these albums here and off of those first 5 or 6 albums that they produced. Most memorable stuff: the War Pigs, Iron Man, Sweet Leaf, Children of the Grave, Supernaut, Tomorrow's Dream, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Killing Yourself to Live. That's some awesome riffs, man. Like, just totally awesome. I can't imagine anybody listening to those albums and not saying, wow, this guy's an amazing rifter. And he could solo too. He was good, but the solos aren't as memorable as his guitar riffing and his song arranging and putting this stuff together. Guy was a master of this. and doesn't get enough credit for it. Even though he gets a lot of credit, he should get more, I think. I love both these two guys in this combo better than most combos I've heard in history. And they deserve a full recognition for their dynamic dualism today. And I chose these 3 albums because I like all 3 of them for different reasons. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And we will be back on day 30 with the final group. It's not going to come as a great surprise, but again, this duo and yesterday's duo of Jimmy Page and Robert Plant could all go number 1, and I wouldn't have a problem with any of it. I think they're all fantastic. So there you go. So have yourself a good day and come back and watch the final episode. Bye.